I took the same prompt and fed it to your best known 8 AI website builders and LLMs, and I instructed them to build me a simple sales page. One of them, in my opinion, was a clear winner. Some of them failed completely, and a lot of them did actually all right. So I want to show you which ones I tested, which ones performed well, and which ones perform poorly, so that you know when you need your own website, sales page, landing page, a funnel design, you can know which one to turn to. And I think the winner might surprise you. So first I want to show you what I was building and what are the tools that I was comparing. So I compared Claude 4, Gemini 2.5 Pro, ChatGPT 5, Manus, which is not LLM, it's agent, Grok 4, the new version, DeepSeek, Kimi. I also did try Bolt, which is no-code AI builder, and in the end, I also tested GenSpark. I gave them the exact same prompt. It was for my new product, which was like the marketing intelligence Blackbook, and I wanted this like black, dark, underground kind of vibe, and I wanted to see how they will execute. So I went to ChatGPT, I created the prompt, I explained what I wanted to get done, and I wanted to see if they can deliver. So I took the same prompt, copy pasted it to all of these, and let them do the work. So I'll show you how each one of them performed, and I want you to tell me in the comments which one do you think won, because in my opinion there is one clear winner, some got really close, and you'll see which ones actually failed. So this is Claude 4, one of the best coding models out there. By the way, keep in mind this is not totally finished, like I still need to polish the copy. There should be like a mockup here, I think. So the mockup will probably look something like this. So keep in mind, again, this is not a finished product, but still, it was the same prompt to every LLM and AI agent. And this is the Claude one. I think it did all right. I like this, as you can see, how it shows up here. You see the elements popping up. You can see this part where it turns a bit more red. Not as much as I would like to, but still, looks pretty good. This one is also, you see also this, as I hover over, it goes a bit red. Now it's really dark red, so you can't really tell. I like that he changed the color here, and if you're like, of course, well, some of them didn't, as you'll see. This one, pretty good. Price, checkout, special upgrade, guarantee, another CTA. So this one was one of my top favorites, I would say. Claude was probably top 3, in my opinion. Again, feel free as you see others to let me know your opinion. Now, I expected a lot out of Gemini 2.5 Pro, and it did all right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can see this also as you hover. This red, I really do like it, but it's like too black and white for me. It's pretty clean, but I felt like it was a bit lazy. I don't know. You can see this, like Claude separated the colors, who this is for, who this isn't for. It doesn't stand out. This also like vanilla. Yeah, so pretty, like it's consistent, but definitely not my top choice. And mind you, Gemini 2.5 Pro was my go-to choice for coding all this time. And again, it coded it well. I just think it could have been much better. And then we have ChatGPT 5, which honestly, spoiler alert, I was really surprised with. So look at this. First, this part is already the best out of all of them. Also, it's the only model that actually used like the red. You can see this red and even this as you hover over throughout the design. So it's not all just black. Okay, this, I didn't notice this initially. This could be fixed. But again, the next section already looks better. It stands out. This is clear as I hover over it. Really like that. Again, breaking down the sections much better. I like this red vibe. This one is fine. Okay, this one, again, I would fix it. I like Claude the best because it differentiated this, but I like the background design definitely the best with ChatGPT. This one is all right. Oh, again, this, it looks so good. This also. So I would say definitely for me, early spoiler, I think ChatGPT did the best job overall. I like this gradient, red, black, that vibe, consistency. So yeah, I would give it 9 out of 10 with that one single prompt, which is very weird because Chat, up until now, before ChatGPT 5, I think was the worst in coding. Like Gemini 2.5 Pro and Claude were like back to back. But I'm honestly really surprised, given that ChatGPT 5 failed in the launch in terms of like how much hype they created versus how much they delivered. One thing they did deliver is coding, and I think ChatGPT 5 is currently one of the best coding models out there. Manus is the first agent. It's not your classical LM like Chat and Claude, and he did all right. You can tell here. Now, mind you, this is like the bigger one because I can show you the full screen. Again, I use the same prompt. I do like this. It pops up and it has that red glow behind. Pretty consistent. This one is fine. This one is also differentiated. So Manus was actually one of the better ones. Again, probably top 3. Yeah, maybe it's even number 2. I even like it more now that I look at it, even more than I like Claude. So it's probably number 2 for now. But first, I don't know if it couldn't display this for me in Canvas. So what I did is I opened Gemini and I pasted the code and I was like, display this in Canvas. And this is how it looks. First, I really didn't like the font. You can tell, like, you can barely see. Also, it's like strictly black and white. Failed in that. This one also not as consistent. I do the slight gradient, but it doesn't pop up. Again, font, I couldn't read this. This one also pretty vanilla. Again, this font pretty bad. You can barely read through it. So I would say Grok was definitely one of the worst ones, which I didn't expect out of Grok 4, if I'm being honest. And of course, you can fix these things. You can tell it what to do, etc., what to change. But the point is, I pasted the same prompt to everyone. So we need to make it fair. Now, speaking of failures, the next one I tried was DeepSeek, and it actually totally failed. Like, it has Canvas, so you can run it, but as you can tell, there is nothing here. So what I did is I copied the code, I went to Gemini, and I was like, display this code now. And it was actually all right. I'll show you. Now this is one. And until he does that, I want to show you the other one, but the point is that it failed, right? With that same single prompt, it gave this entire code. It looks really beefy. I tried Kimi. This is one of the new models. It's free, really interesting one. And I was like, okay, let's try it. And surprisingly, it did pretty good. Now, keep in mind, as we're previewing this, we're previewing it in like almost like a tablet kind of view. So it would look different in the bigger view. Keep that in mind. But yeah, this is how it looked. I didn't like the beginning. This one was all right. Also, the font, didn't like it that much. This one was all right. This one was, I don't know, definitely not the best. It wasn't that bad, but yeah, it's one of the worst ones. I do like this, like the red around this, but definitely not my top choice. I would say still better than Grok and better than DeepSeek. But yeah, speaking of this DeepSeek, this is how it looks after Gemini fixed the code. And yeah, you can see there is no red. The font, again, pretty bad, hard to read. It's not horrible, but again, first it failed, it had to be fixed. And after it was fixed, it was still not my top choice. So I will say DeepSeek failed the most, followed by Grok. Kimi, it's all right. I wouldn't say it failed, but I didn't like it that much. So now we come to the first no-code AI builder, which is Bolt. Honestly, this is the first time I used it. I used Lovable, Replit, Windsurf, all these others. I never used Bolt, and I was like, let's see how it will do. And it actually did pretty well. So again, there should be mockup here. I was lazy to give them the link to the mockup, but you can see this pops up. Now this is what I like. You see, they're clearly different. This one looks much better design, much faster, as you can tell as I'm scrolling. It's much faster. I like the design. Still like the background, how ChatGPT did it the most, but this is probably my, yeah, also like this, who this is for. Maybe I would like check mark over thumbs up here, but you can see this is green, this is red, like it's clearly different. Also, this looks really well. Yeah, very nice. Like, it's probably my top 3 choice. Now, this pushes Claude probably. So I think ChatGPT is still my favorite one, followed by Manus and Bolt. They're close together, followed by Claude out of this. And the last one I want to show you for today is Genspark. They have their new agent, which I really like. As you can tell, I do use their browser. I do like it. And they have this AI designer and developer, and it's one of the better things, honestly. So let me show you how the website looks. So yeah, I do like this. Yeah, also like that you can even see this. This one is all right. I don't like the font here. I like that it makes it clear. There is no gradient. There is no like that this neon light behind, which I don't like, or I don't see that. I think there is a bit, but I don't like this font, right? It's really hard to read. This looks nice. Again, I like when they make a distinction between who this is for versus who this is not for. This one looks really good. This one looks good. I don't like the font here. So this one did pretty good with some things to fix. Right now, I think this single code, because I'm on a free Genspark plan, probably took all of my credits. So even if I wanted to build a website, to go back and forth, I would probably have just 1 to 3 prompts a day, depending on what I'm changing. So I also want you to keep that in mind as you're building. Now, to be fair, I am paying for ChatGPT and Gemini 2.5 Pro, so I can probably go the most back and forth with them. So we want to also keep in mind how expensive they are to run and fix, and how few fixes they need. So again, let me know in the comments, out of all of this, which one was your favorite, which one you think did the best. For me, really honestly surprised with ChatGPT 5, definitely looks the best in my opinion, followed by Manus and Bolt. They also look pretty good. Let me see Bolt again. Yeah, maybe Bolt is even better than Manus. Not sure. Let me know in the comments what you think. Claude did, again, pretty good. I don't like this beginning part, but I think this part looks quite decent, right? Also this, yeah, pretty good. So yeah, if you're coding, especially for sales pages, now what I do, if you're wondering, maybe I'll create another video. Let me know if you do want me to create a video. What do I do with this code? If you're like, what now? So what I simply do is take the code, I go to my website builder, which is FD Funnels. I just paste the code and it shows you this, right? And I can run traffic. So I'll fix the copy, add the mockup, make the changes. I'll pick one, probably chat, because I like it the most. And then I'll create a thank you page based on that, and it will be ready to go with few simple prompts. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that the times have changed, folks.